Second meal of the day, we're going for watermelon delight, and that's half of the guy that I got yesterday. So probably I'm gonna cut half of that. So I'm gonna have a quarter of a watermelon. Depends on how big it is. I do a quarter, sometimes I do a little bit more. So half of this puppy is gonna be cut in little pieces, and I'm gonna eat it up right now. This I love because it's sweet, and as you can tell, this is not totally seedless, but almost. So the seeds, they don't really bother me much. It doesn't really matter what you get. Watermelons usually are really good. It's not like the melon, traditional melon. Could be sour, could be sweeter. This guy's watermelon usually is always sweet, and it doesn't matter what kind you get. That's what I'm saying. Just it's gonna give you good carbohydrates, good sugar for your brain, and good hydration. So it's a really intelligent meal, especially in the morning, the first half of the day. If you're gonna do some brain work or some body work, if you're gonna use your body to work, you do need those carbohydrates. As you can tell, we're not very strict on just ketosis or just proteins. We do mix and match, and carbohydrates are necessary for life, especially the good ones from fructose. And the ones from the vegetables. If you get carbohydrates, good carbohydrates from vegetables and fructose, you don't need the pastas and the other the potatoes and the breads that are not so good. Of course, there's good bread and bad bread. There's good pasta and bad pasta. Potato is basically potato. So even pasta and bread that gets the bad rap, the bad guys. There's good quality ones that the glycemic index and the index of carbohydrate, the absorption rate is not so bad. So if you want a carbohydrate that you're going to be absorbing slowly through the day and burning through the day, you don't want those bleach ones that they're going to give you a big peak of insulin, and then they're going to drop you like a hot potato, and they take you really high, and then they drop you really low. That's what you want to avoid. Good news is that's common knowledge now. You just need to go to Saint Google. I call it Mr. Google the Saint, and go there, magic Google, and you'll get a chart of all these things, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's very easy knowledge to get which carbohydrates are good, which are not so good, and which usually they give you in three colors. Those charts, they have the green ones as the good ones. Go for them. Then there's like a yellowy, orangey type. Those are the okay, and then the red ones are the ones that you want to avoid. And then be careful the carbohydrates. If you cook them, they tend to get worse. So in the raw version, they're okay, and then if you cook them, you heat them, then they get worse. They give you more of a peak of insulin. So just take that into consideration, and I'll see you in the next meal. All right, family. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye bye. Kisses.